Direct from Foxborough, Massachusetts, the gem of Norfolk County, and taped at the studios of Foxborough Cable Access. It's Foxborough Central. And here's your host, Bob Hickey.
And welcome to another fine episode of Foxborough Central. I am your host, Bob Hickey. Thank you so much for taking the time to join me and my guest as we talk about the people, events, and organizations that make Foxborough truly the gem of Norfolk County. Now, as we go along in life, we always say, nothing new ever happens or nothing exciting ever happens. Well, that's not true. And every day is a new opportunity to meet someone, to experience something, and learn something about somebody. And something I learned recently is some local folks here in town who are key members of our community, Steve Drew and Cindy Hatta Drew. Steve's daughter, Leah, I just met, and she is a phenomenally interesting person. I thought that we should take a little bit of time to meet her. So Leah, thank you so much for joining us on today's program.
Bob, thanks for having me.
It's good to have you. So first of all, I met you the other day, and your dad said, you may want to meet Leah. She's a really interesting kid. So I'm excited to meet you, and let's have at it. First of all, how do we get to know you?
Well, first of all, I guess I am my dad's child, so I already have that interesting quality to me.
We're going to say that's a positive.
That is a positive.
It
always
is
a positive.
Absolutely.
So my name is Leah, as you guys know now, and I represent my own company, Mind Body with Leah. I'm a personal trainer, and I'm a licensed massage therapist here in Massachusetts. And my goal is to help my clients become really the best possible version of themselves in both mind and body. I'm a big believer that the mind and the body go together, and they are connected, very much so. Science and anatomy, to this day, can't prove us any wrong. So the way that I train and I target my clients is really on all levels.
Interesting. So and the name of your business is Mind Body with Leah, yes. And we're going to reference that several times. So grab your pencil and you can write it down. Also see it on the fly-in graphics. It's all, the point of this program is to sort of share the benefits of massage and where you're coming at the approach, and then how we as normal people can take advantage of that type of thing. Now, we're not necessarily promoting your business, but at the same time, your business is strong into providing the services, and it's really cool because you will go to people, you'll go to their homes, and actually you'll also go to their businesses. So many things we can talk about. Let's first of all talk about, where do you do your work?
So I am mobile, and for in-home massage is something that I really like to do for people and clients that are looking for that relaxation. A lot of times I travel to clients at the end of the day after they've had their work day on Saturdays and Sundays, and I've found that clients are much more relaxed in their own homes. You want to come home, you want to kick your shoes off your feet.
Some days are like that, yes, absolutely.
And all my life, I've felt that even when I was younger, and I started getting massages first when I was younger, I always found that I felt a little uncomfortable being in someone else's home, getting naked on someone else's table. To me, it felt a little weird. So as I was going through massage school, I said, I think people would really like it if they had the opportunity to have this in the presence of their own home. And a lot of the feedback, it really goes along with what I was thinking. People love relaxing, and they do feel the most comfortable in their home.
Okay, so let's go with that. And this is going to be a softball question, so just work with me on this. What are the benefits of massage therapy?
There's so
Why
many
would I ever do that?
Benefits are endless. First of all, stress relief, stress reduction is huge. It increases relaxation. It increases all the hormones in your body that help you to relax. Brings down those cortisol levels that crawl so high during the day. And it allows you to relax. But the health benefits of it are huge. It helps with circulation. It helps with muscle recovery. It helps improve memory. It helps so many things. It's endless. But what I really do is I really combine my massage with my training, and that I found is really what makes me different, and it's kind of my little niche. And what I target is pain, and I target faulty movement patterns, and using massage and integrating massage with exercises. What I do is I discover and I determine for certain individuals, everybody over life, we all develop compensation patterns. And what happens when you develop those compensation patterns is that your body starts telling you that something's wrong. And that's what the pain is. The pain is your body actually telling you that there's something wrong and that you need to change it.
Interesting.
Yeah, so what I do is I get to the bottom of it and I figure out, okay, well, why is this person having pain? With what movements are they having pain in? And from there I do muscle testing to help determine what muscles are actually not working as best as they could and what muscles are working too hard. And with that, what I can do is I can help restructure the movement pattern on the level of the brain. And when you restructure the movement pattern on the level of the brain, it creates a much faster result. People will get off the table and I'll have clients walk in 8 out of 10 pain and walk out with 0, which is one of the most amazing and mind-blowing things to me, is that you can change someone's pain so fast.
It's really interesting because a lot of folks believe that their pain is a permanent fixture of who they are in their life, and they, as you mentioned, compensate, but then you start to create sort of a cycle of dependency upon that pain, and that requires a whole different intervention. So it sounds like you've had some significant training other than just waking up one morning and buying a massage table, no?
Yes, I have.
Let's share a little bit of that.
Absolutely. So I actually went to school and graduated from Mass College of Pharmacy. Actually, it's MCPHS University now is the name of this school. I graduated from there with a pre-med degree, and I focused in health psychology. So I almost double majored. I just never went through with the internships.
Okay.
However, I have gotten plenty of experience with the health psychology with what I do. A lot of times I find that with the training the body, as you said, people start getting accustomed to having the pain. And what happens at that point is you condition your brain to become used to it and to understand and get comfortable with the pain. So not only do you need to restructure them on a physical level, but on a mental level as well. So every day, my pre-med degree and my health psychology degree, they really benefit me in everything I do. After college, my last semester of undergrad, I started my massage program, and that was an 8.5 month program, just about 9. And I learned a lot. I learned a lot about touch and how important touch is. And from there, I explored a couple of other things, including Reiki, which in the end really helps me. It helps me connect with my clients a little bit better. You know, I don't sit here and read your mind. I wish I could. That would be pretty cool. But that's not for me what Reiki does. Reiki helps me connect, and it helps me ground, and it helps teach my clients how to ground themselves. And it's hugely helped me overcome anxiety and severe depression, and it has helped me become the positive person I am today. And I really try to give my clients those tools.
Okay. So, learning about Reiki, but we're also learning about, you call yourself a massage therapist. Is that the official title? What is the title? We meet up at the Pub 99. I say, hey, can I buy you a breakfast? And you say, yes. I am a...
So what I refer to myself as a neuromuscular movement therapist. And the reason I refer to myself as that is because it includes both massage and personal training in that name.
Okay.
Because what I'm helping people do is I'm helping people change patterns on the level of the brain, so that combination of neuro and muscular, because those neurons are what are sent to your muscles to tell your muscles to give them the message to move. And those muscles are in turn what contract to move your body. So movement is really the basis of how I work. And at the end of the day, I am a muscular therapist and I am a personal trainer, hence the movement therapist.
I see. Excellent. So I'm here with movement therapist Leah Drew, who has her own business. It's called Mind Body with Leah. There are many ways to get in touch with her. You can go to her website, actually. It's mindbodywithleah.com. You can also go to her Facebook page, which is mind/body with Leah, or you can follow her on Instagram, which I'm going to do as soon as we get out of here, at mindbodywithleah. Well, of course, you can email her at leahjdrew@gmail.com, or you can text her even if you want to set up a time to meet. Maybe, do you start with an evaluation first? You don't just run right in and start massaging, do you?
No, I don't.
That's not how it works.
No. So we do have a consultation. So I like to meet the client first. I like to, even if it's a phone conversation, understand why are you looking for me? Why are you seeking me? And I go over health history always on the first consultation, and we sit and we have a little 20-minute discussion before we ever get into anything.
Okay. So then if you wish to do that, you can text her at 508-801-3763. Is all the information correct so far?
That is me.
Phenomenal. So we're rocking right along here. So I wanted to touch a little bit about your education, you had said, and then that gets to the experience. And then so we didn't get to hear just by going to school. You've done some work, individuals, groups.
Yeah, well, I love learning. I pride myself in continuing education because you can never have enough knowledge. You can take one piece of knowledge or advice from anyone and everyone you come into contact with, and to me, that's what creates a great health professional, is someone that learns and takes something from every person that they come into contact with, and that's what I've done. All my life, I have worked alongside physical therapists. I never consider myself a physical therapist. I do not have a PT degree. You need to have a doctorate to have to be a physical therapist in today's world. It's a doctorate in physical therapy. But I'm here to help those physical therapists. I'm here to help their clients get stronger before coming to them. And a lot of times when clients run out of sessions from their health insurance, physical therapists will send clients to me because I can pick up where they left off in regards to rehabilitative strength training, where at that point they are safe to do. But all my life, again, I did work alongside physical therapists who gave me a lot of advice and who gave me a lot of different ways at seeing a client and at seeing movements and at seeing different exercises that ultimately can help do the same thing. They've taught me a lot over the years. And I have mentors all over the world. I really do, which is so cool. With the neurokinetic therapy I do, NKT, which is the restructuring of the neurons, and on the level of the cerebellum with the motor control cortex, which is what you're changing.
I have no idea what you're
it's
talking
a lot of words.
But this is a fascinating conversation because this is a whole different level of when people think of massage therapy, it might be very superficial understanding, and so this is a much more in-depth.
It goes way deeper.
Sure.
So simply by massaging and or stretching a muscle that is not receiving enough stimuli, that is receiving too much stimuli, and then by activating a muscle that is not receiving enough nervous system stimuli, that is what helps to reset the level of movement on the level of the brain.
Sounds easy. I'm sure it's not, and that's why people should come see you, at least talk to you to see if your services can be of value. If somebody's feeling is it musculature pain, is it physical issues?
Any pains.
What is
a
your?
lot of time, if a client points to an area and says, "I have pain right here," well, often it may not be joint. It may be muscle. Muscles alter joints.
Okay. Interestingly enough, Leah jdrew@gmail.com is how you can get in touch with her by email. She also, because this is a Foxborough program, not only do we have that Foxborough family connection, but you've also just started working here in Foxborough. For those of you who may want to come to her instead of having her come to you, although it seems like a phenomenal service, very nice of you, how would they find you here in Foxborough?
So I'm now working out of the Fit Focus, which you can find in the old Bradley's Plaza. It is the old WOW, which was then changed to W Fitness. It is now Fit Focus.
Which is the old Bradley's.
Yes, it is. Right next to the old Bradley's.
Right next to the old Bradley's at the Bradley's Plaza.
Correct.
All right.
So what I'm doing there is I'm training. I can offer NKT there, but I have the entire gym under my fingertips, so we can always utilize that for training. And I also teach classes, which is really something I love to do.
Personal fitness classes? What kind of classes?
Heart rate-based training classes, which is very new here in Foxborough, and that's going to be something that I'm starting to teach. And also classes such as cycle. I'm bringing in a class where I'm actually mixing cycle with a boot camp. We have boot camp classes as well, lots of options there at the gym.
Well, I'm sure that as we're having this conversation, you're seeing some pictures and screenshots from Leah Drew's website, which is, of course, mindbodywithleah.com. So if you miss any of the pictures on our show, you, of course, can log on to mindbodywithleah.com and you can see everything there, as well as her schedule and find out where she's appearing next, which, of course, is down the street from our studio at the Old Bradley's Plaza at the Foxborough Fit Focus. I had to look at my notes.
Correct.
The
Fit Focus.
All right,
and
excellent.
I'm there 5 days a week. The next few weeks, I actually am doing a little bit of traveling to continue my education.
Okay. So it's an ongoing process.
It is an ongoing process.
Continuous growth.
Yes.
Always a quest to get better.
Always.
And so speaking of the quest, we're on the 70-year life plan, 90-year life plan. So what is the next chapter in store for Leah as we do our in-home musculature therapy, and we do our classes, and we do our in-studio massage therapy? What else do we do? I understand there's a business component that you're delving into.
Absolutely. Right now I'm
Diving into might be the better word.
Diving. Right now I'm actually trying to grow my work with businesses. I'm trying to bring wellness programs into businesses now, which I've started to do in the Canton area. I'm currently working with Timberline Construction out of Canton, Mass. And they've brought me in and I'm doing a wellness program with them where once a week I come in, I run a boot camp. I'm also once a month coming in and running a luncheon with all of their employees to talk about nutrition and health and little tips and tricks that you can utilize during the day to live a healthier lifestyle.
Now this is a growth area, I should think, because those of us who are employed, we all have, well, I shouldn't say all, but most of us have some wellness, health and wellness incentive, either through something as simple that we all know, if we don't smoke, we get a percentage off on our life insurance, that sort of thing. But in this day and age, I know that my employer offers a $20 monthly stipend to join a fitness club or to participate in some sort of fitness activities. So it seems as though there'd be a huge incentive to a business to contract with you to come in, share with the employees healthier lifestyles, ways to improve fitness, and then that would have an immediate return on their, sick days.
Absolutely. Absolutely, yeah. I mean, employers that are reaching out and finding this help, these wellness programs, they're getting incentives from their healthcare providers, from the health insurance that they choose for their employees. So in the end, they are getting a great return. And also, it's going to help their business in the long run. If your employees are healthier, you're going to have, like you said, less sick days, less people calling out sick. Your employees, if they're healthy, they're happy. And what happens to your business? When you're happy, your business is happy.
If my people are happy, we're all happy.
Exactly.
Right? Well, there you go. So just curious to know, with your business, the way it is structured, what is the best benefit that I, as just a typical person, could get from contacting you and say, I'm not really sure if I need what you have to offer, but could we talk? Could we see if, old Bob has anything that could, really be, benefited from it? So do I have to have a specific ailment, or do I have to have a specific owie, or do I have to have, back pain or something really wrong with me? Or can I just call you up and say, hey, Leah, how are you doing? I don't know a thing about what you do. Can you be of service?
Absolutely.
Is that a legitimate call to make?
Absolutely.
Or am I wasting your time?
You are never wasting my time. A client is never wasting my time. I pride myself in helping my clients, and that's what makes me happy. Yeah, ultimately, at the end of the day, I get paid for it. You get paid for your job too. Sure. But at the end of the day, helping other people is what makes me happy, and it really is my passion, and it has completely led me to my purpose in life. And I feel that my purpose is bettering every client that I have. The great thing about what I do is that I work with every single population, and that makes me happy. I start with infants. I can work with infants. I do infant massage. I'm an infant massage therapy teacher. So not only can I massage babies, but I also teach mothers, fathers, anyone, any caregiver who has a young infant, how to touch and how to massage their baby. And it's an amazing feedback that the child will give to you.
Oh, interesting.
It is very, and not only is it beneficial for the child's health, but it's also beneficial for the connection that they have with that human being. Exactly.
Sure. How interesting. I never would have thought of that.
Exactly, and with the rise of babies being born, sadly, with drug addictions, it's very helpful because it helps calm their system, it helps calm them, it helps relieve their anxieties, very similar to how it would help an adult. However, their bodies are so much smaller that it helps them on a much wider scale.
Interesting. Well, that's a very interesting piece of the puzzle I did not even think of asking you about. So I guess that's why we have these conversations. And of course, I'm talking with Leah Drew, who is a musculature...
I call myself a neuromuscular movement therapist.
I like that. And I also like you to get a hold of Leah by contacting her on our website, which is mindbodywithleah.com. You'll see it on the splash across the screen. You can text her at 508-801-3763, or you can email her at leahjdrew@gmail.com. Follow her on Facebook, follow her on Instagram. She'll make sure you get the information. So if I wanted to just check out what you have to offer, one of the best ways would be to come down the street to Foxborough Fit Focus and get a hold of you there, because there's group demonstrations or group participation, and maybe that is a way to sort of break in. Because I got to tell you, I'm an old curmudgeon. I've never done this before.
Yeah.
I might be really uncomfortable. Is that a way to sort of break into it? Or
Absolutely. You're more than welcome. We're definitely going to be holding many free classes in the next month, so keep an ear open.
Okay.
However, if you're interested or have any questions about what I do, or if you're interested in my help, whether it's nutritional help, whether it's positivity help, mindfulness, meditation, I work with everything, and I can give any client tools to help them become a better person, but not on the outside, on the inside, and I think that that's most important.
So we meet a lot of folks here on Foxborough Central, and everybody has a unique story and a unique take on what they bring to the table. So I'm going to ask you, what makes you unique? What is your niche? You mentioned a niche earlier. So can you just expand on that and tell us what really makes your service something that would be looked forward to, if you will?
I think something that really makes me unique is how much I care about my clients. I personally, and this doesn't go, I'm not putting everybody in this category, but I've met way too many people in this field that couldn't care less or give any more time to their clients, and I'm so different. I care about every single one of my clients. I love every single one of my clients, I really do, because to me, love isn't something that needs to develop over months and years. It's something that you can immediately latch onto with someone. And if you're going to give someone the positivity and the motivation and make it clear that you're there for them, for support, and to them, it means more than helping them through an exercise. It really does. And the relationship at the end of the day that I make with my clients helps them. It really helps them love themselves more, be a more positive person. The energy that I carry with me, wherever I go, and the positivity I carry, it changes a room. I can walk in and it can just change someone's frown upside down and turn it into a smile, and that's something that it makes me feel really good, even if I can just put one smile on someone's face all day long.
Well, fantastic. And knowing that's the way I always feel when I see your dad, I've now met you, and I can see that the apple did not fall far from the tree, so phenomenal. We are almost out of time, Leah, so I'm going to let you have the last word. But before we do that, of course, I'm going to share once again that the way to get in touch with Leah Drew, who runs her own business, Mind Body with Leah, is to look at her website, mindbodywithleah.com. You can email her at leahjdrew@gmail.com. You can give her a text at 508-801-3763. You can friend her on Facebook at mind/body with Leah. You can follow her on Instagram at mindbodywithleah, or you can go check her out at Foxborough Fit Focus down at the Foxborough Plaza, which used to be called the Bradley's Plaza, in the old Bradley's building or next door to it. All right, now that I got all of that out with only looking at my notes a little bit, I'm sure you didn't notice, I'm going to give Leah the last word, of course. So Leah, thank you so much for joining us, and give us something to remember this half hour by.
Thank you very much for having me. I really want to get across that I'm here to help anyone and everyone, from infants and babies to geriatrics. If people that really don't have too much movement, I can work with you. If you're someone that has 20 pounds to lose, if you're someone that has 80 pounds to lose, I'm here to help you, and I'm here to help everyone along the way.
Fantastic. Well, Leah, thank you so much for coming out and joining us.
Thank you so much, Bob.
And thank you, everybody, for joining us on Foxborough Central. Of course, if you wish to see this again and you miss it on the channels, you can always check us out at fcatv.org and click on the Foxborough Central link, or you can follow us on our YouTube channel, which is a great place to be for all of your great Foxborough cable access programming. Here in Foxborough, or if you're from out of town, it's the best way to follow along. Of course, if you have a few minutes, a few hours, a few days, and would like to become one of our happy volunteers, I encourage you to come on down to our studios at 28 Central Street. Check us out, and we can always use a few good people. On behalf of the few good people I have working with us here on Foxborough Central, Betty Travers, Deb Storrs behind the cameras, Paul Beck behind the glass, Jillian Larson and Lauren Bitar, the phenomenal people who make this all come together, and Michael Weber, who keeps us going in the right direction. I'm Bob Hickey, your happy host, and I hope you have a great day, Foxborough. Take care.